This video is a detailed walkthrough of Exploration Insider's core features. Timestamps are in the description below if you'd like to skip ahead to a specific section. At Exploration Insider, we are combining government mining claim and geoscience data from multiple sources, so you don't have to, saving you time each day and giving you faster, easier ways to view and interact with it all in one place. An openings report on the government website only returns limited information. Typical questions asked are, who held this cell before? What expired claim covered this cell before, and what were the details? What is on this cell? What layers intersect this cell? Answers to these questions and more starts with our daily email, sent out every morning at 6 a.m. The email opens with a quick snapshot of metals price movements from the past 24 hours. From there, you get today's opening summary. How many cells, mineral occurrences, and drill holes are coming open that morning? The availability status legend details how mineral occurrence and drill hole points are classified, being assigned either open, not open, or check status based on layer intersections with alienations, patents, leases, and permitted aggregate sites. OMI Openings Summary. This section groups opening points for the day based on commodity and reports on their availability. Each OMI point opening then has its own detail card, which includes things like a location map, a link to its MDI information page on Geology Ontario, and Zoom to links directly into the Exploration Insider map viewer, to the township, the cell, and the specific OMI point itself. ODHD points coming open are assigned an open, check or not open status, and then are grouped by township, with a location map and a breakdown of company, year, and hole type. Links to the cells with drilling or to the township are included there as well. Cell openings are then summarized two ways. First, grouped by township, showing you the top 5 townships with the most claims opening. Then grouped by holder, so you can see at a glance who has the most ground coming open and where it is. Finally, the email wraps up with a look ahead at upcoming openings reported by the Ontario Mining Land System. Logging in brings you to the main dashboard, where summary cards provide an overview of the various things tracked on the site. Card titles and data points are clickable and link through to more detailed pages. Openings reports the number of cells coming open, along with counts of cells with OMI and drill holes coming open. Recent staking shows the most recent operational cell claims added to the operational GIS Data zip file published by the Ontario government. GIS Data reports on the most recent operational GIS Data zip file released by the Ontario government, along with a summary of changes since the previous download. Geoscience Datasets is split into 2 subsections. Processed datasets, currently the monthly releases of the OMI and ODHD datasets, which are processed for new, updated, and removed records. And recently updated datasets, which reports on the most recently released updates. Land notices, withdrawals, and reopenings flags any notices posted in the past 24 hours and displays them when present. Website Monitor reports any changes detected on the websites being tracked. Openings information can be accessed either by clicking on the results on the openings card. Here, we are wanting to see details on the 6 cells having OMI points opening, or by selecting the openings page from the side navigation bar. The cell openings page displays a card for each upcoming opening date, along with buttons for viewing either the table data or the map view. for all openings that day, or for filtered subsets that help identify prospective opportunities. Clicking View Table loads the tabular data below on the same page. Rows are expandable to reveal additional information, including layer intersection data and zoom to map links. Once on the map page, the associated data table loads below the map, so you don't need to navigate back to the openings page to reference it. The Map Viewer page includes a quick select dropdown for loading predefined maps directly. In this example, we're selecting the openings for a couple of days later. The layer control within the map lets you further refine both the map and table results where applicable. The Recent Staking Summary card on the dashboard lists the 5 most recent staking activity results, grouped by holder. Navigating to the Recent Staking page, either via the side nav bar or by clicking the card title, takes you to the full table view. The most recent filter shows all new claims in the latest operational GIS Data release. Filters for the last 10 days and last 30 days are also available. The View Blocks link under each holder displays all blocks held by that holder in Ontario on the map. The Ownership Info video section explains how individual blocks can be identified. The Ownership Info page is accessed from the side navigation bar. It lets you search for ownership information across a variety of data sources. Start typing to narrow down your search. You can either select an exact match from the suggestions or choose your type text for a contains match. In this example, we've searched for Benton and are selecting any claims that contain that string in the holder name. The Switch to Map View button displays all ownership blocks on the map, with the claims table carried over below the map, as on other pages. In this example, only the townships are highlighted due to the current map scale. Zooming in further reveals individual ownership blocks once the zoom threshold is crossed. Individual claims can be zoomed to from the table or located visually by enabling the claims layer. The ownership block's data source is a layer generated by grouping contiguous cells with the same listed holder and capturing only the outer boundary. From here, you can either view all of Benton's blocks by clicking View Blocks or jump to a specific block with Zoom to Block. Clicking on holder information will also take you to the Ownership Info page, where the contains search in the appropriate dataset. Every business day, the Ontario government publishes an operational GIS Data zip file containing shapefiles for cancelled claims, boundary claims, mining land and non-mining land tenure, alienations, operational cell claims and plans, and permits. We download, process, and compare each file against the previously released version to identify new, updated, and removed records. The MLAS GIS Data Summary card on the dashboard shows which files had changes and how many records were added, updated, or removed. Clicking the counts takes you directly to the filtered table view for that record type. Each data type has its own page accessible from the side navigation bar under Operational Zip File. For active claims, there are 4 data sources available: operational cell claims, grid, IDCSV, boundary cell polygons, and boundary cell points, selectable via buttons at the top. Records can be filtered by new, updated, or removed. Updated records highlight changed fields in green, so you can immediately see what changed between zip file versions. Clicking on an update type in the Summary of Updates table filters the table for just those records. The Switch to Map View button will take you to the map, showing the filtered records, and display the filtered table below the map for easy follow-up navigation or additional filtering. On the main table page for the data of interest, date navigation arrows let you step back through historical zip file dates. The left arrow goes to the previous date with data for that filter type, and jump to most recent returns to the latest date. Every table includes a Switch to Map View button that takes you to the map with the same data and filters applied. Maps for each dataset are available from the Quick Select dropdown on the Map Viewer page. And the layer itself allows you to change between record filters. The zip file history page provides a calendar view of all processed zip files. Clicking a date shows a summary card listing every file type with its new, updated, and removed counts. Each day after the operational GIS data is processed, an open ground layer for Ontario is generated. All ground in the province is classified into 3 broad categories: open, not open, or check, and further subdivided into 19 subcategories that explain the specific reason behind each classification. Every current mineral occurrence and drill hole is then classified against this open ground layer, making it easy to search for features that may be of interest for acquisition. More detail on the open ground layer itself is covered in the Map Viewer section later in this video. The Open OMI and Open ODHD pages let you search for and view information on open mineral occurrences and open drill holes respectively. An expandable help accordion on each page provides additional guidance on using the filters. In this example, we're searching for mineral occurrences classified as open under the main open ground category. Subcategories can also be selected if you want to narrow things down further, and result totals update dynamically as you navigate between filter tabs. We'll filter by occurrences, and rather than choosing a specific primary and secondary commodity combination, we'll simply filter by a primary commodity, in this case, uranium. The table updates with 67 results. Clicking Switch to Map View takes us to the map and displays the townships that host open uranium showings. The table below the map allows for quick navigation, selecting the Map link button on any row zooms directly to that location. This feature allows explorers to quickly search for mineral occurrences and drill holes of interest based on their open ground availability, commodity, status, and more, without having to cross-reference multiple data sources manually. The Open ODHD page works the same way for drill holes. The Map Viewer acts as a shortcut for viewing both the upcoming openings as well as the changes in the most recent version of the operational GIS zip file. Simply select the desired quick map and the table will appear below the map. Record filters, and even the data type for the active claims layers can be set in the layer control area. Above the map, you'll notice expandable sections with additional information about the map and its various functionalities, as well as details on the data each layer represents. In this example, we select the cell openings for today from the Quick Select menu, and see the table of cells opening today below the map. Going to the Layer menu lets you filter the results to show things like cells with OMI drill holes on them. The table below updates accordingly. The map includes a number of toggles, including ones for the map title, marker icons, legend, reset to province view, and full screen mode. A jump to feature dropdown lets you zoom to features on certain datasets. And there's an additional filtered township quick zoom dropdown as well. By default, the active map layers are the ownership blocks layer and the mining land tenure layer. The ownership blocks can be randomly colorized and labeled from the settings area. Hover pop-ups can be enabled for quick map scanning. Only the topmost layer is queried on hover. If multi-feature is turned on and a feature is clicked, information for all layers at that point is shown in a slide-in sidebar. To change layer ordering, either for hover pop-up info or for better display on the map, simply drag the layer, or the layer group itself, around in the layer control area. If things get messy, hit the reset button at the top of the layer menu to restore the original layer order. The pushpin keeps the layer window open if you'd like it to stay put. Because of the amount of data in many of the layers, most have default minimum and maximum zoom values that hide the layer when you zoom beyond that range. When hidden, the layer name appears grayed out in the legend. The map's current zoom level is shown in the lower left corner, and each layer's display zoom range can be adjusted, along with its label visibility zoom range, and, in some cases, such as the satellite imagery, its transparency. The open ground layer, refreshed each day after the new GIS zip file is processed, contains polygons covering the entirety of Ontario, with each polygon classified as open, not open, or check. It forms the basis for classifying open OMI and ODHD points, and lets an explorer quickly scan for open ground around a particular area without having to toggle on multiple layers. Note that due to the large number of features, this layer can be slow to load. Exploration Insider monitors changes to land notices, withdrawals, and reopenings. The dashboard summary card flags any changes from the past 24 hours and links straight to the relevant records. The page itself provides full details and date filters. One less data point you have to remember to track. Exploration Insider tracks updates to the Geoscience Datasets listed on Geology Ontario and OGS Earth. At present, the only datasets processed outside of the daily mining claims discussed earlier are the monthly OMI and ODHD releases. The dashboard summary card lists the most recently updated datasets, with further detail available on the Geoscience Datasets page. As with the other pages, OMI and ODHD are processed for changes from the previous release, new, updated, and removed records, which can be viewed in table form on their respective pages or on the map viewer. The website Monitor Dashboard Card and Detail page track whether changes have been detected on key government websites relevant to mineral exploration in Ontario. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out through our contact page.